Hey, Natsu here. Today I'm going to do part 3 of What If Deku was a slug slinger. In the last part, I ended it, I think, right after Aizawa's test. So, after that test, basically they continued the day, and before leaving, he went and asked Nezu if every day in the morning. Just a sec. Okay, yes, sorry about that. So, um, he went and asked Nezu if every morning and every night after school he could basically go to the support class to actually try to build his robot slug. To try and basically make the school have them for protection, or to help himself use those. So, Nezu basically accepted and gave him 1 hour each morning and 1 hour each night. Which, after leaving, Ochako and Bakugo asked him, well, what he asked for, and he basically explained that, well, what happened, and the reason he's going to stay here, well, at school for another hour. Bakugo asked if he told his mom yet, which Deku said no, he was going to. Which Bakugo basically told him, I'm gonna do it, just go. Which basically Deku was really happy about that because that means he doesn't have to lose time. And then he basically looks at Ochako and tells her that if she wants a launcher, he can try to make her one. Which basically she just said, yeah, but you need your slugs, right? Which Bakugo then explained, well, said, yeah, and also, don't they need your energy to survive? With Deku saying, yeah, but I'm trying to make robo-slugs, so that so that Nezu, well, so that the teachers can have some. Because they think my slugs are extremely powerful, and could be useful in more ways than one. So if I was able to, well, give part of, copy the power of my slugs and put them into robots, I could, in theory, basically make an army of, well, my own slugs, with the exact same capacities, powers, and everything. Which made Ochako said that if he's able to do that, she would take one, please. So, Deku basically said that if he is able to do it, he's going to give her one. So, they leave. Deku goes to the support class, and while going there, Nezu informed, well, the support class that Deku would have 1 hour each day and each night to basically build his robo-slugs, so that they would have a visitor during that time, which I never remember her name, but the girl with the zooming quirk, basically. She was basically really happy about that because, well, she's going to stay with him and help him actually do those things. even if she doesn't know at all how he plans on doing it. So, basically, for the first night that they use 1 hour at that, deku basically makes a bit, some more launchers. Basically, in total, by this point, he made around, I would say, 13, which, yeah, it's a lot. But Deku plans on doing at least, I would say, 2 more. Basically, in total, there's his 2, um, the one he made for Ochako, and the rest are all for, the school. So, basically, after that, they started trying to make the launchers, which was a lot harder than they thought. No, they didn't try to make the launchers, they already have those. They tried to make the slugs, which went a bit harder than they thought would be. Not because they didn't know how to start, more because they didn't know what to expect. Deku knows it was created once in the other world, but he didn't know how the person made them, or how he gave them the capacity of their powers. He's going to find later, but yeah, basically, the only thing he was able to make was basically one that is able to transform when he shot it, but all it does is basically launch a big metal bullet, and that's basically it. It transforms, but and he remarked that basically it doesn't need to actually use slug energy to transform, but that when it does have slug energy, it's more powerful. Meaning that, yeah, it would still be pretty useless if he's not around. So after the hour was done, basically it took just an hour to make it because he basically had the form that he wanted to give it. So they basically left, and the next morning, the next day, he arrived 1 hour early, and the girl arrived also early, and then they started again, but this time they didn't make any breakthroughs because, yeah, basically the easiest part was already done, making the frame for it. Now what I had to do was actually find a way to put powers into them. And that was long. Extremely long, to be honest. So, for that day, nothing really happened. Next day, no, actually, before that. Then they went to Deku went to class. Everyone told him that he looked horrible, which he basically explained what he did. Until All Might entered the class and basically said the same thing as in the original. So, yeah, so After basically him telling everything, he told them to go put their hero costumes. Which I don't know if I explained. If I didn't, um, I'm going to explain it now. If I did, I'm pretty sure I decided to change it because I modified like 4 or 5 different things in my notes. Which 4 or 5 things for what I have can be a lot. So yeah, depending on if I said it before or not, it might have changed. Sorry about that. But yeah, so Deku's hero suit is actually made to basically be like, well, the outfit he was wearing in the other world. Basically, what it had was the same insignia of Shane. So that was kind of big for him, since it was basically his team. And the rest was basically like armor, where he could put many bottles. Basically, the bottles that he uses to house slugs when he shoots them with the slug slinger. So he basically has like he has a bag on his back that has like 200 or so of those. And basically they have a small magnetic thing on them, so that basically he can just kind of easily just grab them from his bag. After using them, he has to go take them back, which that takes a lot longer, but pretty easy to do, so won't complain. Um, so after basically all of that, they went outside. Oh yeah, I think I didn't say about the reaction of Shoto and Deku's with their scars. Pretty sure I should talk about that. So both of them react about the same way. Each of them basically see the other one. Deku with his scar just completely burned, but his eye fully functional. And Shoto with his with his eye fully functional, but also a scar. The two differences is that Shoto is a burn mark of boiling water, while Deku is directly a burn mark of fire. Which there is difference in the two. Most visible is actually that one of them is a bit redder and, well, not really redder, but more like it's hard to explain. I don't want to go look back in my papers for that. Basically, they just kind of reacted, and both of them kind of became friends from the start simply because of the burn marks in itself. So that was basically a big change. Instead of Shoto being by himself, he basically had someone who was kind of looking like him a bit. which gave him a bit more confidence about this because, well, even though it's a mark that proved that his dad was abusive, which made his mom attack him, Deku seemed to have one made by an accident directly from a friend. Yes, it's a lot different, but because basically they explained to each other, and Deku basically just kind of reacted in a way that Shoto wasn't waiting for. Normally, people say that it's not his dad's fault, he's the number one hero, or stuff like that. And that he just wants his son to be, well, his kids to be strong and good later in life. Well, the first thing Deku said was that your father was bad. Which kind of was different for Shoto. It was the first time that someone actually said something like that, just after hearing what Shoto had to say. Not that it wasn't his dad's fault or something like that. That his dad was bad. He wasn't just surprised. It was the first time that someone actually made him kind of feel that way. As if it, well, because it was completely new to him. So Shoto basically told him that it was fine and was going to tell Deku that his dad and his mom are separated. But Deku basically just said, no, it's not fine. Your dad did something bad. He won't get punished because of who he is. And because it can literally just be looked at as an accident. But he didn't do something right. He should have something done to him because of that. Which Shoto basically answers that it's true that he doesn't like his dad, but he's still the number 2 hero. Which Deku looked at him and said, yeah, but even though, why do you not want to use all of your power then? Which Shoto said, because I won't use his quirk. Which Deku responded, what do you mean his quirk? It's your quirk. You're the one who has it. If he's made such an impact on you that you don't even want to take what is rightfully yours and use it, why? He's bad. You should prove him that you are better than him. And not just by actually showing him. Prove him that you're even better with his own power. Make him regret doing what he did. Prove him that you can be the best hero, a better hero that he ever was, without the need of his approval. Which basically gave Shoto a bit more courage with using his quirk, because instead of the talk wait later, he already had an interaction with Deku that was basically, it's not his quirk, it's yours, use it. Basically making him use his quirk way earlier. Still not going to do it now, but he's going to do it a lot earlier than what he did in the anime. After that, they actually go to... After that, it was basically Aizawa's test and stuff like that, because basically that was on the first day. So yeah, now let's actually go to where we are now. Sorry that I forgot about that. But yeah, so they arrive in the city. All Might does the same thing. same teams are chosen, and so sorry. Yeah, so they basically, well, All Might basically tell them where to go. They Deku and Ochaku basically start to go do the plan for the fight. Deku tells her that, well, ask her what her quirk is. She explains it, and Deku says that her quirk can be really useful. Which she kind of blush a bit and says thank you. And then Deku says, you know, I have a plan for this. And then basically gives her one of his launchers, explains to her how to do the double shot, the 200 speed, and also it's one of the modified for the triple shots. And basically explained to her that double shot needs to recharge afterward, 200 mile per hour needs to recharge afterward. And if she uses the triple shot, it breaks completely and it needs to be repaired. So then he shows her how to shoot, and then basically takes out all of his normal slugs, as well as the elementals, and tells her to choose about 4. She asks him why, and he explains that by himself he can use both his enhancement quirk and his natural power. Well, his quirks, his slugs. So he should be perfectly fine with about everything. Okay, starting now in the video, I'm only going to watch some publicities. Reason for that is that I want to actually try to open one of those chests. I actually want to try and do that since a while. So I need 500. So yeah, sorry for the 43 ads that are going to show. So let's continue. He basically explains to her that he can fight against Bakugo, but if she goes against Ida, he is pretty intelligent, so the way it's going to happen is Bakugo is going to tell Ida to stay near the bomb. Ida, being intelligent and knowing that I'm going to tell you to go get the bomb, he's going to remove anything from the room that you could use. And then use his speed to keep you away from the bomb. What he doesn't expect is probably for me to give you launchers. That's going to come from Bakugo. But Bakugo won't tell him that. So we're going to be able to take him by surprise. So take any 4 slugs you want, and you're going to be able to do the perfect and then you just have to know to try and make use of them. Then she asks him the explanation for all the slugs, and he tells her that he's only going to explain the 4 that she takes. Which then she takes the rock elemental, the she takes the Flamingo, the Sliren, the Earth Elemental, and the last one is that one. Because, yeah, mine is in French. Wait, I think I can change it to English. Nope. Hmm. Yeah, no, sorry, I can't change it. But yeah, the bubble one. Basically, she takes all those four. Wait. One, two, yeah. So he explains to her that the siren, when launched, uh, makes a a song that basically puts enemies to sleep. The earth elemental is extremely strong and can control earth when transformed. Um, the the one that makes fire, basically, he explains that. And that the bubble one can basically bounce on different surfaces and eats the enemy or just bounce on them, basically making them, pushing them. So she takes those one, takes the blaster, and she leaves. Deku forgot to tell her about the way fusion works. Well, double shot works. He explained how she needs to shoot it, but he forgot to say that between the ones that she just took, yeah, only two would go together, and they are the fire one and the bubble one. So he forgot to say that. She won't do it anyway because she she only was thinking about shooting them normally. So they went in. For Bakugo and Ida's side, basically it's the same thing that what Deku said. Bakugo told Ida that Deku would directly try and fight against him, and that he's going to send Ochako to get the bomb, but didn't say about the launchers because he didn't think that Deku would actually give one to Ochako. So that was a mistake on his part, which Deku basically saw coming. And he basically thought about it while going down that he might do that. And he decided to just say, fuck it, I'm already halfway there. If I go back, he's going to be closer. Which Deku basically already has like 3 or 4 contingency plans, making this already pretty much in favor of Deku and Ochako. Actually, it's not even just in favor. They're going to win. That's basically a given. Actually, Bakugo's already thinking that, yeah, no, they lost. Just because of this forgotten information. So, he's basically thinking, I'm just going to try and fight Deku and try to beat him. So, Bakugo and Deku met up at one point. He told Ochako to run this up the stairs and basically get to the bomb. Bakugo saw the slugs on her as well as the bottles and basically said, shit, he won't know about those. So Ida basically was just thinking, okay, so her quirk works like that, so I have to take away everything that can float in the room. And basically started waiting. And then Bakugo and Deku started fighting in the other room. Ochako was basically waiting for an opportunity to basically shoot at Ada. Ada started doing the evil monologue and was about to make her laugh until some of the slugs basically took her attention, saving that from happening. During that time, Bakugo and Deku... Well, Bakugo was basically trying to blast Deku away, while Deku was actually just using One for All at 100% because he doesn't know how to control the percentage yet. Basically pushing himself, breaking his legs, and getting healed. Basically, he only puts it like in a single toe and basically pushes himself from that, making a huge blast of wind anyway, but still making his slugs heal him. Bakugo was basically telling Deku that he is going to need to use his slugs unless he gave them all to Ochako, which Deku basically smiled and said, "I was just waiting." Which Bakugo looked at him and said, "What?" And then he said, "For this!" And just pointed to on top of Bakugo and shot the bomb, basically exploding the ceiling. Sorry about that. Basically making it fall all on Bakugo. And then Deku basically just came in, put the tape on him, and said, "Sorry, you're out." Bakugo was mad at this because, damn it. Then he just kind of realized that, wait, it's not over yet. We can still win. We just have to... And then he just hear Deku's team win! Well, Izuku's team win. Bakugo gets angry a bit, thinking, what did he do wrong? Until he just realized that, oh, the slugs. So, what happened while Deku was just basically running around Bakugo, well, away from Bakugo, until he just shoot? Basically, that took like 4 or 5 minutes. But during that time, Ochako basically was waiting for Ida to just turn away, not look at her. And basically she threw the bubble one. Ida tried to turned around to basically say that he knew she was coming, and just saw the mouth of the bubble one basically grab him, basically trapping him, and she grabbed the bomb. So it basically made it so that Bakugo just telling Ida to not fuck this up was literally for nothing, because he wasn't able to do anything against that, since he wasn't going to think that it would happen. So after that, every other team basically won the same way. Bakugo was a bit mad until he just kind of thought, next time I'm going to beat him, since he sees Deku as a freaking good fighter in this one. Since, okay, yeah, he literally got quote unquote killed. He came back. He had a quirk. And now he can kick my ass. So, yeah, he's basically thinking he's a good guy. Well, a good hero. And basically didn't take his revenge. So, yeah, pretty good. Ochako gave the slugs back. Then later that night, Deku, well, later after school, he went back to the accessory class. No, it's the well, yeah, I'll just call it that for now because it's over. So yeah, hope to like. They didn't do any more. Oh, good one. Yeah, sorry. They didn't do any breakthroughs or stuff like that in that day, and basically they won't for a while. In the next part, I'm going to do the USJ, which is actually going to be pretty much about the same length as this one, but without the multiple go round of, oh yeah, I forgot to say that, and I forgot to say that. It's just going to be the USJ. So yeah, hope you liked it. Leave a like if you did. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. I'm going to read them all and try to answer those that I can. I'm going to leave a link to my Discord in the description. Come and join us if you want to. Natsu, out.